going to walk out of this stadium tonight with our heads held high.
That is amazing. Wow, what a game.
Oh, my.
Unbelievable. One more for the record books.
Nothing's gonna stop us.
At the buzzer, knocks it down.
Pick is up. Yes. He made it. Yes. Reverse layup is good with 5 seconds left.
Put 6 on my stat. First title in program history.
Being an in-state kid, everything that I wanted in the school was right at home.
Every coach has a toolbox, and every tool is from another coach.
Camaraderie, be able to hang out with each other and be together.
Takes it all the way for the touchdown.
Led by a future Badger.
I'm very excited for this kid because he is brilliant.
What an absolute javelin toss.
He's going to throw a jump pass and complete it for the 2-point conversion to Hawk.
I mean, we can see a lot of offense.
Put the exclamation point on it.
At the buzzer. Wow. It's good. Oh, my goodness.
Do your best.
Thank you so much for all you guys do for high school sports.
Guys, I got goosebumps.
That's all anybody can ask for.
The biggest games, the most compelling stories, the area's best high school sports coverage. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
A battle in the Badger Large tonight on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. Welcome to Monona Grove High School. I'm Hunter Vaughn. With me, the man, the myth, the legend, the dean of area high school sports, Dennis Semrau. Dennis, Badger Large conference play, back-to-back weeks for you at a Badger Large game. We've got a great one tonight with the Monona Grove Silver Eagles hosting the DeForest Norskies. And I know you pulled up the stat as soon as you walked into the press box here about a game a couple of years ago between these two teams that I think we might be in store for a similar type of game tonight. Back in 2023, these teams put up a basketball score.
Yeah, the final score was 70-62, Monona Grove over DeForest. Yes, I think they outscored their basketball teams when they met that year. They combined for 1,276 yards. Max Mitchell, the quarterback for DeForest, had 5 touchdowns, 443 yards. Gavin Habowitz, whose brother Colin is on this team tonight, had 246-yard rushing, 4 touchdowns. A year ago, it was 31-24 Monona Grove DeForest. Both teams again, can put up some points. And we talked last week with our game about how tough the Badger Large is. There was no doubt we wanted this game on our schedule for this week.
Yeah, absolutely. We wanted this one as, you know, we look at the Badger Large and you talk about obviously Wanakee and everything that they do. Sun Prairie East, a very good program. Monona Grove expected to be in the playoffs. We think Milton will get into the playoffs this year. Oregon has a chance to do that as well as DeForest does too. So a ton of playoff potential here in this conference and a lot of really great football between these two teams. As we look at how these two teams got here, we'll start with the visitors, the DeForest Norskies, as they had 2 really tough non-conference games to kick off their season as they went on the road to Brookfield Central. That was a team DeForest beat in overtime with a walk-off, a handoff to the big man, the lineman that you and Riley Yauk were on the call for last year. Brookfield Central got a 36-13 win in week 1, and then DeForest hosted Reedsburg, who's a top 10 team in the ESPN Wisconsin media poll for a little bit here at the beginning of the season, and Reedsburg won 54-21, just ran all over the Norskies defense. DeForest finally getting a win, though, last week with a 48-7 win over Fort Atkinson to kick off their conference season.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. A couple of key injuries, though, first of all, for DeForest. In the first week of camp, they lost Owen Volk, a tailback and a linebacker. He was going to play both ways for him. He's going to miss the season. And then inside linebacker Michael Zukowski's had a knee injury in week 1. He's a game-time decision for tonight. So he had those injuries to overcome. Also, a major injury last year was Isaac Ziegler, the quarterback. In Game 7, he had a knee injury. He ended up missing the rest of the season. He's still an honorable mention honors conference, and he completed 12 of 17. Was at 104 yards and a touchdown. He ran for 100 yards last year, so we know the impact he has on it. And he's been so far so good. He's averaging almost 7 yards a carry, and he's passed for 5 touchdowns with just 1 interception, the epitome of the dual threat quarterback. So I think that win last week, again, how do you get healthy? They played Fort Atkinson, one of the lower teams in the conference. They're still going to bring it. You still got to bring your A game, and that was a big win, 48-7 last week to get them rolling for the season. But this is a playoff-type game. Because the winner of this one, it's one more win, and it gets you those points again in the new matrix on determining who gets to go the top 32 in their respective divisions.
It definitely is. And then on the other side, the home team, the Monona Grove Silver Eagles, they are off to a 2-1 start on their year. They had a 31-7 win on the road at Janesville Parker to start their year, then shut out Madison La Follette here at home 42-0, and then a heartbreaker in overtime last week against Wanakee, 14-13. That 1 point, a blocked extra point in overtime, the difference in that game. So Monona Grove, they are going to be fired up to try and get back on track tonight.
Well, that tells you what kind of a defensive game it was. They really limited Wanakee's offense. Wanakee had quarterback had 4 interceptions, so the defense for Monona Grove really kept them in that game. They scored with 5 minutes to go in regulation, and Coach Beckwith said if it would have been 3 minutes or less, they were going to go for 2. They wanted to win there, but with 5 minutes, they decided to go for it, just to punt or to kick off rather, and just take the extra point. And then they scored on the first play on a 25-yard pass play to open it up. And then you get the extra point blocked, and you just know now your defense has got to hold them. And on 4th and goal from the 4, Wanakee was able to get a touchdown pass and kick the extra point. So, again, we thought MG was for real. Yes, they are. Wanakee's ranked 3rd in our large school ESPN Wisconsin poll. So that was a really good test on the road. Now they're going to come back tonight hurting a little bit from that, and they want to put some hurting on DeForest. And this has been a great rivalry over the years. So I expect a really good game tonight.
Yeah, we definitely expect a great game tonight, as this is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. Zimbrick Honda's been a proud part of the Madison community since 1973. They're your one-stop shop for over 250 new Hondas to choose from. Whether you're looking for a sedan, SUV, or a truck, their selection of new vehicles is second to none. Browse their car selection online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Shop local, shop Zimbrick Honda. So, Dennis, with these two teams, and like you said, that playoff feel to it because of how important it is to get that above 500 record in your conference games. The season, though, for these teams, if they lose this game, it isn't necessarily done. It becomes much more difficult for Monona Grove having 2 conference losses, but then they've almost got to be perfect the rest of the way.
Yeah, they got DeForest after this one. Milton, Sun Prairie East, Oregon. Bad. They don't get Sun Prairie West and Fort Atkinson to the last 2 games of the year, so they get really tested. On the other side, for DeForest, from this one they go to Oregon, Sun Prairie West, but they end up with a gauntlet with Milton, Wanakee, and Sun Prairie East to end the season. So they're if you don't bring your A game, you're going to get your lunch eaten. This is just what coaches want. You want to play in big games. You want to play where there's some stake. You don't learn a lot if you get slaughtered or if you're slaughtering somebody. It's those close games that really test you, and you learn how to win. It's last week that was a tough lesson for Monona Grove. One play here or there, and they could have escaped with a W at Wanakee, and that's almost like winning the lottery.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, we saw that last year with Vel Phillips Memorial getting that non-conference win, and I mean that catapulted them into the season that they had. They were in a tight game then with Verona, had a chance to give Verona their first conference loss in 3 years. It would have been like that's the type of thing beating a program like Wanakee can do to you. But on the other side, you lose a tight game or you almost have them. These are teenagers we're talking about. It can be hard for them to bounce back and come back at it this next week. So I'm going to be really interested, Dennis, to see how does DeForest attack Monona Grove, knowing that, hey, they had a really tough night a week ago. Can they mentally hold up if all of a sudden DeForest comes out, play action pass, gets a deep bomb early on, and they're like, oh my gosh, not again, we got somebody up on us.
If I was MG, I'd like DeForest to take the ball first and put my defense on the field and pin their ears back and have them go for the quarterback. With Clay, he has just been outstanding. D'Angelo Clay, You look at what he's got statistically wise through the first couple games: 28 tackles, 10 tackles for loss, and a sack. He had an outstanding game last year in this game. He had 12 tackles, including a sack, when they played the Norskies. So this is a team he's probably got circled on his schedule, one that he loves to play against. Mm-hmm. And if he ends up in the backfield, we might be watching a little bit of Packer defense like last night. You're putting the pressure on the quarterback.
Well,
last night, Daniels, he couldn't get to his reads because it was like, boom, you got to get it out of here. That's what they want to be able to do to a quarterback like Ziegler, who's a veteran, but still, and he's a dual threat. You'd rather have him run and try to pin it than have him go deep on you.
Well, and I was going to say, D'Angelo Clay is the type of defensive lineman. He almost has that Micah Parsons effect, where he forces so much attention on him because he's so good on the inside of that defensive line that then everybody else is getting one-on-one matchups. They don't have the attention of the center and the guard, so those DNs can just go one-on-one against the tackle and, like you said, pin their ears back. So it's going to be really interesting to see how does the offensive line of DeForest handle this really great front seven of the Monona Grove Silver Eagles.
And you have a linebacker, Colin Habowitz, who was first team all-conference, and Nick Gallagher is just the other side. He's the second team all-conference. So with Clay, it's just not Clay. You try to double or triple team him, those other guys are really going to hurt you. And Parsons, was that fun to watch? I'm sorry. Well, I'm sorry. You're a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, as a Cowboys fan, it breaks my heart and makes me sad every time I see him wearing green and gold. But we're not going to get into my weird sports fandom and the trauma that I have because of Jerry Jones. We've got 14 minutes until the opening kickoff between the Monona Grove Silver Eagles and the DeForest Norskies here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. We're also brought to you by Gruber Law Offices, and they have a reputation for winning. Their experienced, powerful team works tirelessly to help people and families seriously injured in accidents by providing the best care and service. There is never a fee until they win your case. Gruber Law Offices has been serving the people and state of Wisconsin for over 35 years. Dennis, one call.
That's all.
That's right. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we will have our Midwest Financial Group coaches' profiles, and we'll hear just a short snippet from head coach Brandon Beckwith's appearance on Zimbrick Honda's PrepMania Weekly with Dennis and I earlier in the week. We're counting down to the opening kickoff of the Monona Grove Silver Eagles and the DeForest Norskies on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on ESPN Madison.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Need new tires? For a limited time at Zimbrick Honda, you can buy 3 tires and get the 4th for only $1. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Is your home ready for a makeover? At Wanakee Remodeling, we specialize in exterior transformations that turn heads. New siding, flawless decks, and windows that shine. Our team delivers top quality craftsmanship with unbeatable warranties, ensuring your home stands strong and stunning for years to come. Call Wanakee Remodeling today at 608-442-0034 or visit WanakeeRemodeling.com. Schedule your free estimate and let us bring your vision to life. Wanakee Remodeling, building beauty that lasts.
Come see what the buzz is all about at Madison Axe, Madison's state-of-the-art entertainment spot. Enjoy 8 lanes of axe throwing, interactive games, plus digital target projection and scoring. For even more fun, check out their indoor backyard with 2,000 square feet of shuffleboard, cornhole, yard games, bar table games, and more. Perfect for date night, groups, corporate meetings, or private events. Madison Axe is your destination for all things fun. Throw it, nail it, celebrate. Go to MadisonAxe.com or head to their location on Stoughton Road today.
GRB Academy is baseball for the serious player. Over the past 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's top destination for player development and advancement, including over 468 college commitments and 27 MLB draft picks. Their facility in Windsor is the home of GRB Rays baseball and features over 52,000 square feet of elite baseball training. Tryouts for the 2026 summer season begin July 22nd. Find full training programs and register now at grbacademy.com.
We shopped at Chalmers because my husband wanted to get me a larger diamond in my engagement ring.
The folks at Chalmers said, well, we could just make it like this and we could do these things. Really just basically decided that there wasn't any place else we wanted to shop.
And not only did they create this new engagement ring for me with this gorgeous center stone, they also rehabbed this other ring, and I am beyond pleased.
Her favorite thing to do now is to walk around and show her hands and have people comment on it.
Sharon needed legal help. She needed Gruber Law Offices.
When I think about Gruber Law Office, I think about how they took care of me, how they make sure that you get what you're supposed to get. Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all. I will always trust one call, that's all.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
They are the best. I'm very happy.
Down to the opening kickoff of the Monona Grove Silver Eagles and the DeForest Norskies here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. I'm Hunter Vaughn, with me, the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Semrau. It's now time for our Midwest Financial Group Coaches Profile. The lineup at Midwest Financial Group consists of coaches for your financial world, organizing the players on your personal team. Behind every great team is a great coach. Let the Midwest Financial Group be yours for your financial planning needs. Head to mfgteam.com to get started today. Advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, a registered investment advisor. Earlier this week, the head coach of the Monona Grove Silver Eagles, Brandon Beckwith, joined the Dean and I on Zimbrick Honda's PrepMania Weekly, and we'll play a portion of that for our Midwest Financial Group Coaches Profile. For your team, coming off of a tough loss in overtime like that to Wanakee, you've got to come right back this next week and take on DeForest. How do you feel like the guys have responded now a couple of days into the practice since that loss?
Yeah, I mean, right after the football game on last Friday, I mean, it was one of the toughest losses I've been around, just because of how much work I think some of these guys have put in, and it always hurts a little bit more when you put the work in, and obviously a competitive football game and you're exhausted. So, the turnaround, the mentality for us was, it's kind of cliche, but the turn the page mentality. Monday's practice, we talked a little bit about things, not specifically, alluding to the Wanakee game, but just about how we are competing with ourselves. Okay, that page is turned, and now it's, what are we going to do this week to get better? Number one, and number two, our next opponent is DeForest, and DeForest is a good football program with a lot of tradition in their program. So you turn the page and you got to get after it, and that's the reality of this conference. It's a great conference, and football makes for fun Friday night football games.
Yeah, they got a dual threat quarterback, Isaac Ziegler, who's headed to St. Thomas next year, and being able to pass and run the ball. What kind of things special have you seen a quarterback like that this year, and how do you prepare for somebody like that?
Well, you try to prepare. You don't try to prepare for individuals, as much as you possibly can. Obviously, it's not a secret that he's a very good quarterback, and he's there. But like you said, we can only control what our guys control as a team. We'll have 11 guys, working together, do your job mentality. If your job is to break up a ball that he throws on you, then that's your job. And, we're there to support each other. So you can't just focus on one guy, and not to take anything away from him. He is a good football player. And he's going to get some, he might make a big play, and we talk adversity left and right. That was our big piece tonight in practice when we just come off the field, and putting them through some adverse situations right there when the going gets tough, and how are we going to respond? Good players make plays, so a play is going to happen, and it's just how we respond. Do we put your head down and let them keep making plays, or do we figure it out and come together and stop it?
We're joined by the head coach of the Monona Grove Silver Eagles, Brandon Beckwith, here on Zimbrick Honda's PrepMania Weekly. I'm Hunter Vaughn. With me, the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Semrau. Besides their quarterback for DeForest, what else is it that you're telling your guys to maybe look out for that the Norskies do, or things that you're like, hey, this could, maybe give us some headaches here on Friday night?
I mean, this DeForest, football in general, is obviously, new coaches and come through and new coach this year, so they're doing some things a little bit different, but the mentalities are still the same. It's still going to be a hard-nosed football game, and that's our mentality too. It's they're going to try to establish run game, and one thing is what they're going to be good at is taking shots. Obviously, with a great quarterback, they're going to take their shots. So we have to be, we expect the unexpected, I guess is the way to say it. That's the thing about week 4. You haven't seen everything yet, and then you just got to be prepared for everything.
Anybody on your team, I guess either individuals or phases through week 3, hard to believe we're in week 4 already, but that you really like to have made some major strides from last year?
As individuals, I'm not going to talk too much about individuals. Obviously, some guys, Gavin Williams as a wide receiver had a good week last week against Wanakee, and he has some special talent that he can show, and he's just got to continue to grow and sharpen his craft. Our quarterback is a sophomore, Jackson Zukowski, who coming into as a sophomore against Wanakee to a hostile environment in a tight game. He made some pretty big plays, some plays that were pretty special, escaping and making plays downfield. So, those are some gate names you probably haven't heard of much. And otherwise, we have our Clays and Tremaine Habeck is obviously a great running back and who's had some notoriety in the past. And Colin Hobowitz, our expectations are that he keeps growing as a football player and leading. And on our O-line, D-line, it's very cliche, but we go how our O-line and D-line goes. And, I'm a linebackers coach, and, so I get on them plenty. And, so if our goals are what our goals are, then, we have to practice with the championship mentality every practice. And that was our message tonight is, one rep at a time, and what are we going to do from here on forward to improve those situations.
That was the head coach of the Monona Grove Silver Eagles, Brandon Beckwith. And now, Dennis, tell the fans a little bit more about the head coach of the DeForest Norskies, Todd Grundle, in his first year with the team as the head coach.
Doesn't get much better than this. It's his first year. He's a DeForest alum, Whitewater grad. He's been an assistant on the staff and a coordinator. And he works for a printing company in Middleton, and he's been there for 28 years. And a very great relationship, so they let him coach, and he loves it. Mm-hmm. Tomorrow is his 28th wedding anniversary to his wife, Lori Schwen. Her brother, Jerry, is the girls' basketball coach at DeForest, and Lori and Jerry are co-softball coaches. My first story for the Capital Times was on Lori coming back from knee injury, and I covered Todd in high school, so it's like we get on the phone and we're talking 10 minutes just about family.
Yeah.
And
that's why I call you the legend, Dennis, right there. All of the connections.
And his daughter, Leah, I got to present a Sportswoman of the Year award at the Madison Sports Hall of Fame banquet a year ago. Mm-hmm. So, again, it's wow. And his son Tucker is playing at Whitewater right now. So, great. He's really excited, loves his team, and I think he's got a good future there being a Norsky.
Now it's also time for our keys to the game. Those are brought to you by Zimbrick Honda. For more than 50 years, Zimbrick Honda has provided the Madison area with quality Honda vehicles. The trusted staff of Zimbrick Honda's used car dealership will save you time and reduce your car buying stress by finding the vehicle that matches your style. If you're looking for a new or used Honda, visit Zimbrick Honda just off the Beltline in Madison or online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda. Dennis, quickly for the visitors, the DeForest Norskies, their 3 keys tonight.
3 keys are take care of the ball on offense, create turnovers on defense, consistency, limit the mistakes, you don't be too high or too low, and match MG's intensity. So you want to set the tone. You don't want them to be in charge.
And then on the other side, the home team, the Monona Grove Silver Eagles, what do they need to do tonight to come away with a victory?
Pretty simple. Control what you can control. That means execute your fundamentals, establish the line of scrimmage and run game. Again, they want to come out with that intensity. And when your number is called, execute. Just do your job, boys.
Those are your Zimbrick Honda keys to the game. The teams are lining up on the sideline for the national anthem. When we come back, the opening kickoff between the Monona Grove Silver Eagles and the DeForest Norskies on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on ESPN Madison.
When you or a loved one are faced with an unexpected injury or illness, Stoughton Health's Urgent Care is there for you. Stoughton Health has 4 convenient urgent care locations for the care you need without the wait. We have urgent care locations in Stoughton, Oregon, McFarland, and Cottage Grove with extended hours to fit your schedule. Stoughton Health accepts over 160 insurances, including Dean Health Plan, Quartz, Humana, and more. Please visit stoughtonhealth.com for more information. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know it's not just a car, it also drives your children's dreams. So whether you're going to soccer practice, robotics club, or opening night in the school play, we help protect those dreams. Save up to 23% when you bundle auto and home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
The team at Midwest Financial Group are values-based financial specialists that offer full-service financial solutions. This local independent firm has been dedicated to helping people achieve their financial, tax, and insurance goals for over 30 years. Visit mfgteam.com to learn more about how they can help set up your future for financial success. Advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, a registered investment advisor.
Hi, I'm attorney David Gruber. After an accident, you need a trusted winning team on your side. For more than 30 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped Wisconsin families get the results they deserve. If you've been injured, call our firm today for a free consultation. We're available 24/7. Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Need new tires? For a limited time at Zimbrick Honda, you can buy 3 tires and get the 4th for only $1. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
The national anthem is complete, and we are moments away from the opening kickoff here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. The Monona Grove Silver Eagles will be the home team, as they have their Columbia blue helmets with a silver MG on the left side and then the eagle on the right, and then the navy blue jerseys and the white pants tonight. On the other side, the DeForest Norskies in their yellow helmets with white jerseys and black pants. Dennis, any final thoughts here before we kick off?
Beautiful. Great crowd here for Monona Grove.
Yeah.
It's standing room only on this side. And there's a good crowd over there. Looks like a good section for students for the Norskies. And they traveled, I think, pretty well. Not quite a full stands, though, but concessions should be good tonight. Their Model UN group here is what's a lot of the concessions. They're working the concession stand, so you go to the concession stand, you help one of the student groups out. I love to see when the kids are working the stand so the parents can watch the game, and also that the money's going back into the school to help other programs besides sports.
The DeForest Norskies will be kicking the ball off to begin. They'll be kicking from right to left, back deep for the Silver Eagles. Standing back at their 10, 11-yard line will be number 4, Tremaine Hobbick, and number 30, Kai Fowler will be the 2 returners back. Emmett Stegman will be the kicker for the Norskies. DeForest and Monona Grove is underway. The ball bounces at the 10, taken by Hobbick. Hobbick up at the 25, 30, 35
baby.
Up the middle. Midfield breaks a tackle. 30, 20, Tremaine Habeck takes it to the house on the opening kickoff.
92 yards on that one, baby.
Tremaine Habeck breaking tackles, takes it to the house, and there is a flag thrown.
No. Oh, no.
It's back at the 15. I believe this is going to be a celebration penalty.
Okay. Oh, what a beautiful run.
The officials are talking things over. Coach Beckwith having a conversation with the officials to find out what this flag is.
Shades of Camp Randall, Ohio State, Wisconsin with the opening kickoff for a touchdown. You got to love it. There's the flag.
And it is an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Monona Grove. So this will back up the point after attempt for the Silver Eagles. So the touchdown does stand, the 92-yard kickoff.
Kicker is Hans Hoffley. He's 9 of 11. Did have one blocked last week at Wanakee. 1 of 2 from 32 yards for field goals this year.
Oh, low snap. Picked it up. They're going to go for 2. Throwing it into the end zone, and it is good for 2.
Is that 17?
So that is number 17 for the Silver Eagles. Jay Hurley, the third-string tight end, gets the 2-point conversion.
From Hoffley, or Heffley, rather.
Well, that was still Jackson Zukowski, the quarterback. He's the holder.
Oh, the holder, that's right. He went back on that.
It was at first I thought it was a low snap, and he was just trying to save it, but he ended up picking it up and throwing that. That was a design 2-point. Once I saw the tight ends peeling out of there, I realized what was going on.
Well, might take advantage of it. So you get a kickoff return and a 2-point right away. That's their second one. D'Angelo Clay had a 2-point conversion earlier this season for the Silver Eagles. Not quite like Mount Hor-Barneveld, where they go for 2 after every, pretty much after every PAT. But
Dennis, something you and I, this is that unsportsmanlike penalty, by the way, for those curious, they back it up off of the kick. So this backs it up 15 yards. So Hoffley will be kicking off from his own 25-yard line instead of the 40. But, Dennis, I mentioned in the pregame was curious on how Monona Grove would respond after that tough overtime loss to Wanakee. Didn't even matter. They didn't even have to run a play on offense. They're already up 8-0.
There's your answer. Now you got a kick from the 25, so see if Norskies can take advantage of it. Braden Drinka has averaged 19 yards. He's their leading return guy.
And Drinka and Paskey are both standing back at their own 15. Hafley's kick is a high end-over-end kick taken at the 20 by Paskey. Paskey angling upfield at the 30. We have another flag flying on the near sideline, and he's brought down just past the 40.
Hope this is not a laundry night. Friday nights should not be laundry nights, right?
Exactly.
Friday nights are celebration nights. And we'll see what the penalty is on this. But looking for good field position. But the Norskies are backing up, so they know. Holding the call. Oh.
So the holding penalty pushes the Norskies back, and that's tough after you give up a 92-yard opening kickoff. Then have a holding penalty on the ensuing kickoff, so you put your team back. They still have solid starting field position at the 32.
Good, but it could have
been the 42.
Yeah.
Isaac Ziegler, the quarterback. He's got a pair of receivers to his right side. Now he brings Paskey into motion. Handoff up the middle on first down. He is met and stopped for maybe a yard on the play. As Jackson Fossil, the 6'5 senior defensive tackle, was there on the stop.
And Dalton Lee, 27 with the carry. Pick up a 1.
Second down and 9. Again, if you're joining a little late, Monona Grove Silver Eagles Tremaine Habeck took the opening kickoff 92 yards to the house, and then they did a fake extra point for the 2-point conversion. Second down, Ziegler gets flushed out, has to throw it deep down the field. He's got Paskey, and it is into the hands of Paskey at the 30. A huge play to the senior receiver, Colin Paskey. 1st and 10 at the 30 for the Norskies.
Paskey came in averaging almost 16 yards a catch, 10 for 158. That's going to put that average up just a little bit, all the way to 33. Gain of 34 yards on that completion and a first down.
You know, Dennis, I was trying to do the math in my head, and then I realized, you know what, maybe I should just let the statistician, Dennis Semrau, do that, because I wasn't going to figure that one out.
Glad to be part of the team.
After the 34-yard completion, it's a handoff
Lee again
to Lee up the middle. He is stopped for no gain again. This front seven for Monona Grove is very good. It's not just D'Angelo Clay like we talked about in the pregame, but Nick Gallagher, very good. Mason Mabey, their middle linebacker, is great. Colin Habelwitz, the outside linebacker, he plays on that Sam linebacker spot. This is a loaded front seven for the Silver Eagles.
As you saw last week with Wanakee, a lot of pressure, and that led, I think, to the 4 interceptions. Amazing how good your defensive backfield is when you get that pressure at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, play action, quick pass out to the near side. McDaniels, the tight end. McDaniels is hit and brought down at the 26. Makes this 3rd down much more manageable after that quick out to the tight end on 2nd down. So running the ball, I know it's early on, Dennis, but running the ball, it's been a struggle on these first couple of plays for the Norskies, but throwing the ball, they've been just fine.
Yeah, it's 2 completions for 41 yards so far. 3rd and 3 definitely manageable here. And we'll see, again, Ziegler, a dual-threat quarterback. We'll see when he's going to get his first carry.
Ziegler in the gun, throws quickly to the near side, has Stegman, and Stegman is hit at the 21, and that's enough for a first down. It'll keep the chains moving on that 3rd down completion to Emmett Stegman, the senior receiver.
Ziegler, a St. Thomas recruit, going to be going up there with Hayden Anderson, tight end over at Monhor Barneveld. Going to be calling their numbers out here in a couple of years.
St. Thomas, they made the jump from Division III up to FCS a few years back.
2021,
Yeah, and back in 2019, they were kicked out of the MEAC conference, a private school Division III conference up in Minnesota, and they've been doing a good job recruiting in the state of Wisconsin. Ziegler handing it off over to the left side at the 15 and shoved out of bounds at the 10, and we'll have a late hit penalty. That was Wall on the carry. That flag's going to go against number 30, Kai Fowler. Ended up shoving Wall once Wall was already off of the white sideline apron. It was a pickup of 8 on first down, but that personal foul penalty is going to move this inside the 10-yard line.
Half the distance to the goal. So we got a 1st and goal.
And the penalty, they said, occurred at the 13. They'll move it to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal at the 7, 8:27 to go in the first quarter. Monona Grove took the opening kickoff, 92 yards. And now DeForest is driving. Wall another carry, and this time he is stopped for only a couple of yards.
Yeah, he came in averaging 11 yards a carry, 8 for 90, and so far he's done a good job.
Mason Mabey, the middle linebacker, was there on the stop for the Silver Eagles on the 1st and goal carry. They gave him a yard up to the 6, 2nd and goal at the 6 for the Norskies. Ziegler in the gun, 2 receivers to his right side. He has Lee 1 yard behind him. A high snap, handoff to Lee. Lee's hit in the backfield, stumbling forward down to the 5. Another gain of just 1 yard, 3rd and goal at the 5 now.
It's tough to run against this Monona Grove defense.
Yeah, especially when you've got, again, D'Angelo Clay. He was the placed third in the 2025 state wrestling tournament. Dennis, you have his record on here. Do you remember it off the top of your head? It's really good.
48-7?
Yeah, that is exactly what it is. Also won conference, regional, and sectional titles, by the way, did Clay. Ziegler, the dual threat, hit and stopped at the 5. No gain on third down.
That was Robbie Olson, the linebacker.
The senior outside linebacker was not fooled on that play, and defensive coaches have to love seeing that, Dennis. The outside linebacker staying home that time, didn't over-pursue, held his ground, and it's a 4th and goal at the 5. The offense for the Norskies staying out there as they already trail 8-0 with 6:30 to go in the first quarter. Tight formation on 4th and goal. Ziegler's in the gun. Lee flanking him to his right. Brings the tight end into motion. Sprint out to the right. Pressure coming. Ziegler looking. Throwing into the end zone. The back of the end zone. Incomplete. Through the hands of his intended receiver, and it's a turnover on downs. After a 92-yard opening kickoff for the Silver Eagles, the DeForest Norskies felt like they were responding, driving the ball all the way down to the 5-yard line of Monona Grove, but the Norskies could not punch it in. 4th and goal, and it's a turnover on downs.
That's a 10-play, 63-yard drive. Took over 5 minutes and got zilch out of it. But now you flip the field. Let's see what the Norskies defense can do to keep MG pinned here.
1st and 10, Jackson Zukowski, the sophomore quarterback. And first down, it's a run up the middle for no gain. So
Get screened here with the bars right where I am in the press box. Was that Habowitz?
Looked like that was.
Hobbick at number 4?
Yeah, Tremaine Hobbick that time on the carry on first down, no gain. High snap, another handoff to Hobbick. This time he's able to stumble forward. He was hit right at the line of scrimmage, but was able to get away from that first tackler and pick up a couple of yards up to the 10. Gain of 4 to make it 3rd and 6. Third down and 6 for the Silver Eagles. Already up 8-0 off of a opening kickoff return for a touchdown. Zukowski in the gun. Gets the chest high snap. Throws quickly over to the near side. He's got a receiver at the 20, the 25, and brought down at the 27. Zach Drayson, the tight end, on the reception, and that moves the chains for the Silver Eagles. Now the offense starts to get going as they go hurry up, looking to the sideline to get their play, and they're already back into their formation. Trips to the left side. Hobbick gets a handoff. Hobbick has running room, blowing over defender and stumbling down to the 44. Tremaine Hobbick with a first down run, and just like that, back-to-back plays, back-to-back first downs, and the Silver Eagles started this drive at their own 6, and they're out to the 44.
Pickles 19 and 15 on the last 2 plays.
Quick throw out to the far side, across midfield, running away from a defender at the 40, 30, 20, and is brought down inside the 20. Colin Habelwitz, the senior do-it-all offensive player for the Silver Eagles. On their 2 deep, the Silver Eagles list Habelwitz as a backup running back as well as a slot receiver. That time the quick bubble screen, and Habelwitz able to get a huge gain down to the 18. Silver Eagles make a couple of substitutions.
38 yards on that pickup.
Diego Adame checking in at receiver. Miscommunication on the snap. Zukowski just trying to do something with it and ends up losing 3 yards. And that backs up the Silver Eagles. We're down to 3:45 in the first quarter. This drive started all the way back on Monona Grove Zone 6, and they had a 3rd down and 6 in this drive, but then a quick completion to the tight end Drayson, and then a long completion to Colin Habelwitz with a Tremaine Hobbick run in there, and suddenly they're into the red zone. Outside run to Mackay Fowler. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage for a 3rd down and 10 after it was 2nd and 15, so pick up a 5 for Fowler, the junior running back.
Yeah, Zukowski doing a nice job here. One of the differences in this DeForest team is a lot smaller lines. Average 217 on the offensive line, 224 on the defense. They give up about 25 pounds a man here. And MG is winning the battle of the trenches right now.
3rd and 10. Zukowski just has to run with it, and he is hit hard close to the first down spot. It looks like they're going to mark him just inside the 10. This is going to be a 4th and short. The offense isn't even thinking about this. And Dennis, we've got the big D tackle and running back D'Lo Clay checking in. I'm going to guess he's going to be the one that gets the ball, as they have him listed as a junior at 5'11", 215 pounds. And it's all muscle, too.
Not like the fridge from the old days, so not that big a guy, but
Clay flanking him to the left. Clay gets the handoff, cuts up field. He has enough for the first down at the 5, trying to fight forward, and he's brought down at the 3. D'Lo Clay gets them inside the 5, converts on a 4th down, and the clock keeps moving. We're down to 2 minutes to go in this fast-moving first quarter of action here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
Preseason preview, they said Clay was going to get a chance to run a little bit more. That's his 12th carry of the season.
And Clay gets a handoff again. This time he's met in the backfield, and it is a horde of Norskies stopping him for a loss of 1 on the play.
But both the offenses here, not quite reminiscent of 2023 when they put up 132 points combined, but both offenses here, you get the kickoff return for a touchdown and they move down. The difference is that MG was able to get a stop on a 4th and goal.
2nd and goal at the 3. Clay staying in there. Hobbick gets the handoff this time, and Hobbick weaves his way through the defense into the end zone. Touchdown, Silver Eagles. Monona Grove out to a 14-0 lead with 1:15 to go in the first quarter. The lineup for the extra point. Last time they did this, though, it was a fake. They threw it into the back of the end zone for the tight end. But Hoffley's extra point is through the uprights and good. 15-0 our score with 1:15 to go in the first quarter. The Silver Eagles are on top of the Norskies from DeForest. If you're interested in getting individual or group lessons from some of the highest level of coaching for the baseball player in your life, then you need to go to GRB Academy. They offer individual and group lessons for players of all ages and skill levels. Visit grbacademy.com for more information. GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player. So, Dennis, that drive for the Monona Grove Silver Eagles started all the way back at their own 6-yard line. They were able, the 5-yard line. I was 1 yard off. Started all the way back at their own 5-yard line. They drive it 95 yards, but they do it in all sorts of different ways. They had some deep passes, some long runs. I mean, this is a really complete offense that Monona Grove has.
All right, 10 plays that took 5:07 off the clock, but they had some big plays. 19 yards. The biggest one, I think, was that 38-yard pass play to Habelwitz that just kind of broke their backs a little bit here. And, again, we're looking at a sophomore quarterback, Zukowski. MG was counting on their defense to let the quarterback kind of get his feet going. But 5 touchdowns, no interceptions coming in, dual threat. He's off to a pretty good start in his career.
Hafley with a high end-over-end kick taken at their own 20 by one of the up-backs, and he's brought down at the 27.
Yeah, DeForest had a good drive, 10 plays, 63 yards in the first one, just couldn't put it in, but they're going to have to answer the call here, this explosive MG offense. So, yeah, we had a safety last week, got a kickoff return for a touchdown this week. We haven't had a pick six yet this year. We'll see what happens on this drive.
We also haven't had a scoop and score yet this year. Yeah. There's a few different ways that we haven't seen a score yet.
Get that bingo card out there, right?
Yep. The senior Isaac Ziegler and the Norskies offense got the ball down to the 5 before they were stopped on a 4th and goal on their first drive of the night. And now on their second, we've got a flag to begin, quick throw, and that'll be incomplete. Tried to get Dalton Lee, but we've got a flag. I believe this is going to be in a
Popowitz there in the defense, just overthrew him. So we're getting
but I think this is going to be an illegal formation. That's going to go against the Norskies. They were just talking to Monona Grove head coach Brandon Beckwith, but it looks like they'll decline it. Yeah, they'd rather take that loss of a down on the incompletion than make it be first down but backed up more.
Confidence in their defense here that they're going to be able to hold them.
Second down and 10, a minute 8 to go in the first quarter. Ziegler, high snap, give to Lee to the right side. Thought he had a hole for a moment, but he is stopped for a loss of 1. There was a group of defenders there. Again, this like front 7 for
Fowler 30 and 50. Mason Maybe came up from the bottom of the pile, but they had guys on top of them too.
3rd down and 11. Like you said in the pregame, Dennis, this is where Monona Grove wants to be defensively, pin their ears back on a pass rush. Ziegler's in the gun. 3-step drop, pressure coming. He's got a defender. The ball is out. It's a fumble, and it is still rolling, still free. It's picked up by the Silver Eagles. Huge play on defense. The edge rusher coming from behind gets the sack and the fumble, and it is picked up by the Silver Eagles. And I believe this was picked up just outside the 10-yard line.
It looked like number 11 came out of there, Henry Hogan.
Yeah, the cornerback, Henry Hogan, was the one that fell on the ball for the recovery. I believe it was TJ Wolf, the defensive lineman for Monona Grove, that got the sack and the fumble, the forced fumble. 18 seconds to go in the first quarter. 1st and 10 at the 14. Zukowski in the gun, rolling out to his left into the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Silver Eagles. Gavin Williams, the 14-yard touchdown reception, and it's 21-0 Monona Grove.
Going for the dagger in the first quarter here. Just an outstanding start for the Silver Eagles. And that one drive, what a difference this game makes. One play. If DeForest scores, could be a totally different game at this point, but right now, Silver Eagles showing their dominance. Great. I love that. Got first play, just go up top, go up and put it in the end zone right away, and that's what they did.
Yeah, and this has a similar feel, Dennis, to our Slider Bowl game that you and I had week 1, where Lakeside Lutheran had a chance to score, ended up turning it over. It got stopped, turned over on downs. The extra point is good. 22-0 is our score with 13 seconds to go. We'll take a 30-second timeout as this is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on ESPN Madison.
Bucky wants a Honda with lots of headroom. Something with room for all your friends, right? These are the people who take good care of you. It's gotta be red, of course. Get to know Zimbrick, 'cause you deserve it.
Zimbrick Honda. Hundreds of options. Zero hassle.
Zimbrick, Fish Hatchery Road.
for your team coming off of a tough loss in overtime like that to Wanakee, you've got to come right back this next week. And the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Semrau. It's been 3 scores in the first quarter for the Silver Eagles to put them up 22-0. A 92-yard opening kickoff return for a touchdown, a 3-yard Tremaine Habeck touchdown run. Both of the first 2 scores by Tremaine Habeck, and then a 14-yard touchdown pass to the senior Gavin Williams, putting up Monona Grove 22-0.
One play, 14 yards, 5-second drive. That's all that one took.
Paskey on the return, and he is hit hard at the 20 and falls forward to the 22. Colin Paskey, the senior wide receiver, he had a 34-yard reception on the opening drive of the night for the Norskies that ended up falling short with a 4th and goal at their own 5-yard line. Puts him up near 200 yards on the season, did that reception for Paskey.
Yeah, Norski's going to try to get the ground game going, but here's where the Silver Eagles can kind of gamble a little bit. Try to get some sacks.
Ziegler handing it off to Wall again and has nowhere to go again. Gabe Wall, the junior running back, stopped for a loss of 1. And that is it for our first quarter of play here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. 22-0 our score after 1 quarter. We'll be back in 60 seconds with the second quarter of action here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
When you or a loved one are faced with an unexpected injury or illness, Stoughton Health's urgent care is there for you. Stoughton Health has 4 convenient urgent care locations for the care you need without the wait. We have urgent care locations in Stoughton, Oregon, McFarland, and Cottage Grove with extended hours to fit your schedule. Stoughton Health accepts over 160 insurances, including Dean Health Plan, Quartz, Humana, and more. Please visit stoughtonhealth.com for more information. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
Hi, I'm attorney David Gruber. After an accident, you need a trusted winning team on your side. For more than 30 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped Wisconsin families get the results they deserve. If you've been injured, call our firm today for a free consultation. We're available 24/7. Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of Euro Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
And the second quarter begins with a reception and a first down for the Norskies.
Who caught that? Is that 14?
And that was Stegman,
Yep,
Emmett Stegman, the senior wide receiver on the reception. That moves the chains, gets things going for the Norskies offense.
Pick up a 13 on that one. Good way to start the quarter.
1st and 10 for the Norskies. Ziegler looking to pass again. Ziegler dancing in the pocket. He's hit, still staying alive, spinning away, and then cannot get away from the 3rd attempt. Nick Gallagher was the first one back there that forced Ziegler up into the pocket. D'Angelo Clay then forced Ziegler to have to try and run away, and then Gallagher able to chase him back down for the sack.
Good pressure there from Robbie Olson as well, number 53. It was a group effort there, and wow, it's a big loss of 11 on the play.
2nd and 21 following the Nick Gallagher sack. Ziegler, design quarterback draw, gets chased down from behind, gets some of the yardage back. getting it up to the 32. So a pickup of 7 on that second down scramble for Ziegler.
Yeah, Norskies just on their heels right now. They just need to get a drive going, move the chains, pick up some first downs, and just don't look at the scoreboard right now because it's pretty intimidating, down 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a 22-yard play. We have our first Madison College timeout of the half, taken by the DeForest Norskies. They'll have 2 left with 10:21 remaining in this second quarter of action, as they trail 22-0, again with 10:21 to go in the first quarter. Madison College has been around for over 100 years right here in our community. They've grown to 7 campuses all across south central Wisconsin, including 3 in Madison. Whether you're starting fresh or leveling up your career, Madison College is here for you. Learn more at madisoncollege.edu. That's madisoncollege.edu. 3rd down and 14 coming up for the DeForest Norskies, who trail 22-0 here, Dennis. And like you said, DeForest can't look at the scoreboard, really. You can't have these guys looking at the fact that they're down 22-0 because there is no such thing as a 22-point or a 23-point play in football, so they really just have to try and chip away at this thing.
Yeah, they've one of the keys was to create turnovers, take care of the ball. Well, you give them a scoring opportunity and a big play on a kickoff. It's pretty counter to it. But, again, there's still plenty of time in this game to kind of scrap your way back, but they're going to have a nice drive here to get back in the ball game.
3rd and 14, play action. Ziegler rolling around, looking to throw. Ball's batted up in the air, and it is intercepted. That's Gallagher with the interception. He had the sack and the interception now on this drive. Nick Gallagher, have yourself a night. Nick Gallagher, a sack and an interception.
He came in the game with 4 sacks and a forced fumble. Now he's got a pick.
And that interception setting up the Silver Eagles with excellent field position. They'll have a 1st and 10 at the 32 of DeForest. So, Dennis, it feels like right now this drive for the Silver Eagles, they could do what the great Steelers defensive player James Harrison would always say, take the souls of their opponent if they can get a touchdown here.
Oh, yeah. This is where I'd be surprised to see him go up again, go up top, and just try to stun him.
Zukowski has pressure coming. He's trying to spin away from it. He can't,
no
and
way.
He's brought down at the 48. Dennis, our first time this year we can do it. Anything you can do.
I can do better.
And that's what the front 7 of the Norskies are saying after the Silver Eagles had a huge sack to push them backwards offensively on their last drive. They do the same to the Silver Eagles. Making it a 2nd and 24 at the 46, though. Give them some of that forward progress by a couple of yards.
It was Brody Schmidt on that, the defensive tackle.
His 3rd sack of the year. 2nd and 24, 9:27 to go in the second quarter. Handoff to Fowler up the middle. He breaks away from a few. He's stopped at the 44 and pushed backwards. They'll give him forward progress up to the 44. Pickup of 2 on 1st down for the junior running back.
I'll say coming in, that was Zukowski had 2 carries for 13 yards. That wiped it out. He's now at a minus. That's what sacks do to you at high school and college level. They come off the rushing totals. So just 2 on that one. Long way to go. 3rd and 22.
3rd and 22, and we've got a whistle.
Timeout.
The O-line, that was a little sneaky what they did there, Dennis. I think they might get called for this one, Monona Grove will. They were all down in their stance, but then they all shot up together to look at the sideline. And they will give the penalty to Monona Grove. Yeah, they were definitely trying to see if they could draw the Norskies off sides that time with that movement. You can do what Tom Landry's Cowboys would always do, where you walk up, you kind of bend over and then stand up and then all go down together, but you can't all be down in your stance and then come up. Shoot up like that.
Yeah,
the penalty pushes them back to the 49. They're still on the plus side of the 50, but it's a 3rd and 27. 8:27 to go and counting in the second quarter. Zukowski, play action, has time, throws over the middle. He's got a reception inside the 30. That's Zach Drayson, the tight end, who's down to the 29. And they're kind of in that no man's land. It looks like the offense is going to stay out there. It's going to be a 4th down and long, but
picked up with 20 on that play, so 4th and 7. That's a lot more doable.
Yep.
We're going to actually say 4th and 6.
4th down and 6, but again, they're with the line of scrimmage at the 29. Too far for a field goal, and they don't want to try and punt because a touchback, it's only a 7-yard difference. So Zukowski, play action. Looking to the right side, and there's going to be a flag and a pass interference. 2 flags come flying in.
Hobowitz drew that flags. And another one.
And then a late one. So now this could get really interesting.
Personal foul for opening your mouth and saying something probably.
Well, and I think there was even a little bit of physical contact that took place over there too. So Hobowitz was the intended receiver, but he got hit from behind before the ball even got there.
I think that's the highest I've seen an official throw a flag this year. Could have called a fair catch when they come out on the way down. That had some height on it.
Should have gotten our stopwatches out. We could have done the hang time on that one. But we're going to see with that penalty coming late after the play, this could be really interesting on what they do.
Could it be a taunt afterwards? MG saying something to DeForest?
It might be. So we have a pass interference is the first one that they're signaling. And then the second one will be an unsportsmanlike conduct on Monona Grove. So it was something somebody said. So we're just looking to see what the officials then do. I haven't run into many of these, Dennis, where you have a penalty and then a unsportsmanlike that takes place after the play. The offense is staying out there. So it looks like they will just call this offsetting. So that really hurts the Silver Eagles because you had a chance to keep the sticks moving, get a first down, be inside the red zone, and instead
watch what he's doing. He's marking off the penalty.
Okay.
And then he's marking off the other penalty. So we're going to get a first down on the pass interference.
And then they move it backwards for where the first down will be? Okay.
Right, for the unsportsmanlike conduct since it's after the play.
See, the way that the sticks were sitting there for a moment, I thought they were just going to call it offsetting.
So now it's first.
And then
so we were 4th and 6 on the 29. Now we're 1st and 10 on the 30.
Football's a weird sport, Dennis. So again, the reason I was a little confused there, Dennis, I thought they were just going to call them offsetting and then it was a replay of the down.
Yeah,
but instead, like you said, they mark off the pass interference penalty. That would move it forward.
15 yards, and then they moved it back 15 yards, so it's back on the 29, actually. It's just inside the 30, so it is a first. But MG gets first down out of it. That's the big thing.
1st and 10, D'Lo Clay dragging a defender forward inside the 15, down to the 13. A 215-pound running back / defensive lineman just dragging a defender 3 yards down the field. A 7-yard gain on first down. 7-10 and counting. Second down, quick throw to the near side. He's got Adame, and he's turning upfield inside the 15 down to the 10-yard line before he's dragged down by the cornerback Hummer on the tackle. That was 85, Diego Adame, the sophomore receiver.
Another first down, and now just MG is just killing clock. What I've noticed MG for years has done, get up a lead, and then they just grind you. And they run time off the clock. Well, here, Try to get in the end zone.
High snap given off to Habeck. He's brought down at the 6, maybe the 7. As I get an eye roll and a shake of the head from Pablo Iglesias, our video producer. I'm sorry to any parents out there with middle schoolers who are constantly hearing 6, 7. Second and goal at the 7. I'll stop now. Habeck gets the carry again. He's inside the 5, was trying to reach forward towards the end zone. Gets it down to the 2-yard line. Habeck looking to get the hat trick in the first half. He had the kickoff for a touchdown, then a carry for a touchdown, trying to get his 3rd touchdown of the first half.
Yeah, see if it's a reception or a run.
Yeah, he gets the reception, then it's the true hat trick.
Well,
We'll still count it if he gets 2 rushing touchdowns. It's a 3rd down and goal at the 2. Habeck gets it again. Habeck gets the hat trick. Touchdown, Silver Eagles. 5:41 to go in the second quarter. Tremaine Habeck gets his 3rd touchdown of the night on a 2-yard handoff.
What did I like to say? You got a horse, you got to ride him. Exactly what they're doing. Get the ball in your playmakers' hands, let them go to work, and Habeck has done that tonight.
Hoffley for the extra point. That is up, and it is good. 29-0 our score. 5:41 to go in the first half as the Silver Eagles lead the Norskies. We'll take a 30-second timeout. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on ESPN Madison.
Bucky wants a Honda with lots of headroom.
Zimbrick, Fish Hatchery Road.
Something with room for all your friends, right?
These are the people who take good care of you.
It's gotta be red, of course.
Get to know Zimbrick, 'cause you deserve it.
Zimbrick Honda. Hundreds of options. Zero hassle.
Zimbrick, Fish Hatchery Road.
29-0, 5:41 to go in the first half. The Silver Eagles all over the DeForest Norskies here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. Tremaine Habeck came into tonight with 2 rushing touchdowns on the season. He's got 2 in the first half of this one, along with a 92-yard kick return for a touchdown that opened up our game.
8 plays, 32 yards, 5:41. Got the ball at that 32-yard line and took almost 6 minutes off the clock thanks to the penalties and the running clock there. Yeah, it looks like back about the 6-yard line on that.
Drinka getting the kick return at his own 6, takes it up to the 21, does Braden Drinka. So Tremaine Habeck, Dennis, an early candidate for our Pizza Hut player of the game. I haven't told you this yet, but I'm going to spoil the surprise now for you. We do have a special delivery coming to our booth at some point tonight from Pizza Hut.
Oh, we do? Oh,
we do.
Awesome.
Pizza Hut will be making a special delivery to our booth at some point here this evening. They'll have a gluten-free pizza for me as well as a pizza for you.
Oh, my God. Thank you.
Well, we got to say thank you to Pizza Hut. They're the official pizza of PrepMania. Nobody out-pizzas the Hut.
Nobody out-pizzas the Hut. That's a great slogan.
1st and 10 at the 22.
Oh, and we got flags.
Yep. And that's going to be an illegal procedure penalty on the Norskies.
I just can't get out of their own way tonight. The drive got stopped at the 5. You've had a fumble recovery. You had a pick, giving up a kickoff return.
Yeah, it's one of those where at high school football, things can really snowball on a team very quickly. That's what's happened so far for DeForest here tonight, trailing 29-0, 5:35 to go in the first half. A handoff on 1st down is met at the line of scrimmage. They'll give him a yard on that second effort. That was Dalton Lee, the junior, getting the carry. We haven't seen Karsten Schaus, Dennis. He's the leading rusher for the Norskies at 206 yards.
Yeah, loss of 3. No,
Ziegler hands it off to Lee on second down. And for a moment, I thought that he had picked up a couple of yards, but got pushed backwards. They'll give him 2 yards, maybe 3, for a 3rd down and 9. And they'll move it actually back another yard. So 3rd and 10 at the 22. Clock is running inside 4:30 in the first half. The Norskies trying to get something going offensively. 3rd and 10. Ziegler looks to pass. Gallagher applying pressure. Ziegler has to roll out, throws on the run, a deep pass.
Oh, no.
It is batted away. Carson McConnell, the free safety, coming over. The intended receiver, Colin Paskey, couldn't win that jump ball. It's 4th and 10, and we're going to see our first punt of the evening with 4 minutes to go in the first half.
Downs, touchdown, a fumble, touchdown, an interception, a touchdown, and a punt. Hey! Add one more thing to the bingo card for the night.
Dennis Semrau and Brad Nortman, the only people on earth that get excited about punts.
Well, last week we wanted to see a good one. We got to see a punter put it out of the end zone. Oh,
that's a high snap.
Nice catch.
Stegman able to snag that out of the air, get the kickoff. It hits and takes a Silver Eagles bounce. Monona Grove's going to have great starting field possession, and then there is a flag. I believe this is going to be another illegal formation or a procedure penalty, so I think Monona Grove will end up declining this.
That was a nice catch by Baylor Skolaski. The ball bounced back toward the Norskies, and he caught it in the air without missing a beat.
We just wait for confirmation from the officials on what will happen here. They're looking like they're...
So that was a 17-yard punt. Ouch.
Right now it's 1st and 10 at the DeForest 49 for Monona Grove.
Legal procedure.
Yep, and it is an illegal procedure.
They're going to say, forget it. They're going to take the punt. They're right.
Well,
they're going to take.
Yeah, it actually is going to move this even further forward up to the 44-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 44, inside 4 minutes to go.
Hate to say it, but we're 6 points away from a running clock. Not expected tonight. That tells you how dominant MG has been in the first half.
Yeah, and this is one of those where, Dennis, we might have to have a discussion about seeing MG come postseason time. Maybe even playing into November.
Oh, going up top.
And then Zukowski open for the tight end at the 15-10. Touchdown, Silver Eagles. Zach Drayson, the tight end, with the 44-yard touchdown reception.
First touchdown catch of the year. He came in with just 2 catches for 7 yards. Boy, he made up for that one.
He's having quite the first half. He had a couple of 3rd down conversion receptions as well, and now he gets a 44-yard touchdown pass, putting the Silver Eagles up 35-0.
MG has had a 12-second, a 5-second, and an 8-second drive. Boom, boom, boom. Talk about bringing the hammer. And there we go.
The extra point is good. 36-0, 3:51 to go in the first half. We'll take another 30-second timeout. Again, 36-0 is our score. Monona Grove leads DeForest here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on ESPN Madison.
Bucky wants a Honda with lots of headroom.
Zimbrick, Fish Hatchery Road.
Something with room for all your friends, right?
These are the people who take good
It's gotta be red, of course.
Get to know Zimbrick, 'cause you deserve it.
Zimbrick Honda. Hundreds of options. Zero hassle.
Zimbrick, Fish Hatchery Road.
36-0 our score after the 44-yard touchdown pass to Zach Drayson. Gives MG their 36-point lead. Halfley will kick off to Drinka and Paskey. And it's an end-over-end kick. It bounces at the 10, rolling forward, and just goes to the outside of the pylon. This will bring the ball out. That's a tough break. Missing by about 6 inches.
MG 5 possessions, 5 touchdowns, including the opening kickoff. Does not get much better than that. Can't. 5 for 5. And a 2-point conversion in there, too.
The only way it really could get better is if it went 6 for 6. But there's still 3:51, so right. Who knows what could happen.
So we go out to the 35, first and 10.
Ball out to the 35 after the kick went out of bounds, just missing on that side pylon. Ziegler, high snap. Gives it to Wall, who goes off to the left side. He is hit hard and dropped for a loss. Tremaine Habeck with the tackle for a loss. He came flying in like a missile, did Habeck, to get that tackle.
What do you think? He's thinking, hey, they're giving a Pizza Hut. I want that award.
Heard us talking about the Pizza Hut Player of the Game award. Because again, that'll be given at the end of the game. So you'll want to stick around for the post-game coverage after this one.
That is a picturesque shoestring tackle. He just nailed him.
Ziegler, 4-step drop.
More pressure
again,
there.
Pressure coming. He's just going to take off and run with it. He's across the 40 and hit out of bounds, stumbling down.
That was Gallagher with the pressure again.
Gallagher has just been in the backfield all night. You know, Dennis, we were talking about D'Angelo Clay, and he's an incredible player. But I thought that he was going to be the Micah Parsons type of defensive lineman. It's been Nick Gallagher for the Silver Eagles. He has been all over this O-line of the Norskies, just constantly in the backfield.
Coming in, they were talking about Clay. But again, the coach said, you got to watch out for Gallagher. Really liked the way he was the second team all conference, one of the co-captains on the team along with Clay.
3rd and 4 after the Ziegler scramble. Blitz coming, and we'll have a neutral zone infraction unless they get the full. Oh, and the official on the far side saying it was actually they were drawn offsides, so it's going to be a false start, it looks like. Those middle linebackers, they were starting to get up on the line. They were trying to mug up there.
In the ears back. Hey, baby, let's go. We got a lead. We want the quarterback. You give up one there. Get a shot at him. And a penalty.
And I think MG tonight, they're trying to make a statement. We talked about it. They lost last week in overtime 14-13 to the Wanakee Warriors, the team that's dominated the Badger Large Conference for so many years. And then they wanted to come out tonight and prove the world that they are for real. And they definitely are, up 36-0 with 1:40 to go. Ziegler looking to pass, throwing to the near side, and it is through the hands of his intended receiver. That was intended for number 81, Cooper Brown, the junior. Brown had a great week 1 game for the Norskies. 109 receiving yards and a touchdown against Brookfield Central. He's got 134 yards on the season. Couldn't come up with that one. It's a 4th and 9 now. 1:15 to go.
We actually started the running clock early. I thought it was till halftime.
Yeah,
it's been running. Yeah, it's
did not realize that. Well, and Dennis, we ran into a rule change at the beginning of the season with the fumble into the end zone recovered by the offense. Ends up being a pulling the ball out to the 1-yard line, so it must be a new rule as well, as we have a running clock inside a minute to go in the first half. Stegman to punt. Much lower snap this time, and he's able to get this one off.
Let it go.
Bounces at the 35, a huge hit by Fowler. That ball rolls, and then we have a late flag that comes in as well. So the ball is marked down at the 15. So I'm not sure if this is going to be on that block by Fowler or if something was said after the fact by one of the other Silver Eagle players. That was a huge hit.
Oh, felt that
completely
one up here.
depleted the gunner for DeForest. The officials are going to have a conference at the 30.
And that's halftime.
They discuss this one.
Clock is expired.
Yeah, and the clock has expired for the half.
We'll
Up 36-0. The Silver Eagles are on the Norskies. Just waiting to see what the officials rule here.
Personal foul, DeForest.
And that is a targeting. That's the fist to the head, correct, Dennis, is going to be the targeting signal. I'm so used to college where they have the headset.
And we're going right to halftime.
Yep, and that will take it to halftime after that targeting penalty was called on Fowler. 36-0, our score at the half here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. The Silver Eagles up big on the DeForest Norskies at the half. Are you planning a corporate event or a private party or a team outing? Madison Axe is your state-of-the-art entertainment spot with 8 lanes of axe throwing and interactive games. Go to MadisonAxe.com or head to their location on Stoughton Road today. Throw it, nail it, celebrate. 36-0, our halftime score here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll hear from our UW Credit Union student athlete of the week here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
Is your home ready for a makeover? At Wanakee Remodeling, we specialize in exterior transformations that turn heads. New siding, flawless decks, and windows that shine. Our team delivers top quality craftsmanship with unbeatable warranties, ensuring your home stands strong and stunning for years to come. Call Wanakee Remodeling today at 608-442-0034 or visit WanakeeRemodeling.com. Schedule your free estimate and let us bring your vision to life. Wanakee Remodeling, building beauty that lasts.
GRB Academy is baseball for the serious player. Over the past 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's top destination for player development and advancement, including over 468 college commitments and 27 MLB draft picks. Their facility in Windsor is the home of GRB Rays baseball and features over 52,000 square feet of elite baseball training. Tryouts for the 2026 summer season begin July 22nd. Find full training programs and register now at grbacademy.com.
When you or a loved one are faced with an unexpected injury or illness, Stoughton Health's urgent care is there for you. Stoughton Health has 4 convenient urgent care locations for the care you need without the wait. We have urgent care locations in Stoughton, Oregon, McFarland, and Cottage Grove with extended hours to fit your schedule. Stoughton Health accepts over 160 insurances, including Dean Health Plan, Quartz, Humana, and more. Please visit stoughtonhealth.com for more information. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you how to save money and save the planet. It's simple. Ditch your energy bill and make the switch over to Everlight Solar. While electricity prices keep rising, Everlight Solar will give you the chance to take ownership of your power while also reducing your carbon footprint. As a local company based out of Madison, they'll be there with you every step of the way as you make the switch to solar. To learn more about how you can save money and save the planet, go to everlightsolar.com.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know it's not just a car, it also drives your children's dreams. So whether you're going to soccer practice, robotics club, or opening night in the school play, we help protect those dreams. Save up to 23% when you bundle auto and home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
We shopped at Chalmers because my husband wanted to get me a larger diamond in my engagement ring.
The folks at Chalmers said, well, you know, we could just make it like this and we could do these things. Really just basically decided that there wasn't any place else we wanted to shop.
And not only did they create this new engagement ring for me with this gorgeous center stone, they also rehabbed this other ring, and I am beyond pleased.
Her favorite thing to do now is to walk around and show her hands and have people comment on it.
Sharon needed legal help. She needed Gruber Law Offices.
When I think about Gruber Law Office, I think about how they took care of me, how they make sure that you get what you're supposed to get. Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all. I will always trust one call, that's all.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
They are the best. I'm very happy.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Need new tires? For a limited time at Zimbrick Honda, you can buy 3 tires and get the 4th for only $1. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Our score at the half here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. I'm Hunter Vaughn, with me the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Semrau. Stoughton Health has been providing trusted care close to home, and they're proud to support the student athletes from around the area, from rehab to ortho care. Stoughton Health provides comfort and convenience locally. Visit stoughtonhealth.com to learn more today. As I said before the break, we'll be hearing from our UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week. We head up to Sauk Prairie, where the Dean had a chance to sit down with Jack Buckles, this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Our ESPN Madison UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Jake Buckles, Sauk Prairie High School. Jake, welcome.
Thanks for having me on here.
Now, we go way back. 4-year starter, you're going to be on offense. 3rd year on defense. What does mean Eagle, especially in football? I know basketball and track as well, but particularly football. What does it mean to you to be an Eagle?
It means a lot to me. Wearing that jersey every night. It means a lot to me every night. But I think what it means most to me is the thing I've learned is, I think, just bouncing back. Like when crap hits the fan, like you always bounce back, stuff like that. I mean, it means a lot to me walking out with my teammates every night. Seeing the fans. So
you're a multiple sport athlete. How does football help basketball and track, and how do they all kind of work together for you?
Track is one of those sports I've just done over the years. Become a better athlete, but I've also learned ways to take care of my body. Ways to become faster, and it's really taught me a different side of training. I would say my freshman and sophomore year, I was really big on I'm just going to lift, and then I really realized I'm just like, no, I have to add more things into my workouts, become an all-around athlete.
When you look back in your time, you still got your senior year, but Sauk Prairie, what are you going to remember most about Sauk Prairie High School?
I think the most thing I'm going to remember is just all my football memories. I'll just be honest, I don't have a ton of memories outside of that, Sauk's a good school and stuff like that, but I feel like I've learned the most lessons from sports. Pushing, when stuff's hard, you keep trying to improve and keep trying to get better. I think I also remember some of those teachers I've had, like Mr. Nye, TB. They just taught me to be a more well-rounded person. In my younger days, I'm 17, but when I was 14, 15, I was just really sports everything. I was like that. But I learned in my sophomore, junior year, I was like, that's not everything. There's more to life than putting a football through a goalpost or putting a basketball in a hoop. There's so much more to life than that. It's work. All this stuff is preparing you for your life, for your job, for your family, when you have kids and stuff like that. So I think I'm grateful for the life lessons I've learned here. And I think if I I would not do anything. If I had to think back, I always told myself when I got here, I said, when I get here, I'm going to leave this place better than I left it, and I'm going to have no regrets. And I would say right now, I've had no regrets, and I feel like I've left this place better than I left it, but I still have another year to go, and we still have a lot more to do. So a lot of unfinished business, and I'm really happy with the stuff we've done, but we still have a lot more to do, and I really want these kids, these freshmen, sophomore, and juniors, I want them to look back and just be like, you know what, he gave it his all, and I want them to learn something from me, just, treat people with respect, and we had a hard time with that, and when we first got here, but just always treat people with respect and kindness, and always try to make each other better.
$36-0 our score at the half. The Monona Grove Silver Eagles on top of the DeForest Norskies here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. We're also brought to you by Wanakee Remodeling. Dreaming of transforming your home into the space you've always wanted? Wanakee Remodeling makes it happen, and their expert team is there to bring your vision to life. They're local, reliable, and dedicated to quality craftsmanship. Schedule a free consultation today at WanakeeRemodeling.com. We'll take another quick break. When we come back, we will get the first half stats and hear from the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Semrau, after the break. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on ESPN Madison.
Sharon needed legal help. She needed Gruber Law Offices.
When I think about Gruber Law Office, I think about how they took care of me, how they make sure that you get what you're supposed to get. Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all. I will always trust one call, that's all.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
They are the best. I'm very happy.
Come see what the buzz is all about at Madison Axe, Madison's state-of-the-art entertainment spot. Enjoy 8 lanes of axe throwing, interactive games, plus digital target projection and scoring. For even more fun, check out their indoor backyard with 2,000 square feet of shuffleboard, cornhole, yard games, bar table games, and more. Perfect for date night, groups, corporate meetings, or private events. Madison Axe is your destination for all things fun. Throw it, nail it, celebrate. Go to MadisonAxe.com or head to their location on Stoughton Road today.
In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you how to save money and save the planet. It's simple. Ditch your energy bill and make the switch over to Everlight Solar. While electricity prices keep rising, Everlight Solar will give you the chance to take ownership of your power while also reducing your carbon footprint. As a local company based out of Madison, they'll be there with you every step of the way as you make the switch to solar. To learn more about how you can save money and save the planet, go to everlightsolar.com.
We shopped at Chalmers because my husband wanted to get me a larger diamond in my engagement ring.
The folks at Chalmers said, well, we could just make it like this and we could do these things. Really just basically decided that there wasn't any place else we wanted to shop.
But not only did they create this new engagement ring for me with this gorgeous center stone, they also rehabbed this other ring, and I am beyond pleased.
Her favorite thing to do now is to walk around and show her hands and have people comment on it.
Is your home ready for a makeover? At Wanakee Remodeling, we specialize in exterior transformations that turn heads. New siding, flawless decks, and windows that shine. Our team delivers top quality craftsmanship with unbeatable warranties, ensuring your home stands strong and stunning for years to come. Call Wanakee Remodeling today at 608-442-0034 or visit WanakeeRemodeling.com. Schedule your free estimate and let us bring your vision to life. Wanakee Remodeling, building beauty that lasts.
GRB Academy is baseball for the serious player. Over the past 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's top destination for player development and advancement, including over 468 college commitments and 27 MLB draft picks. Their facility in Windsor is the home of GRB Rays baseball and features over 52,000 square feet of elite baseball training. Tryouts for the 2026 summer season begin July 22nd. Find full training programs and register now at grbacademy.com.
When you or a loved one are faced with an unexpected injury or illness, Stoughton Health's urgent care is there for you. Stoughton Health has 4 convenient urgent care locations for the care you need without the wait. We have urgent care locations in Stoughton, Oregon, McFarland, and Cottage Grove with extended hours to fit your schedule. Stoughton Health accepts over 160 insurances, including Dean Health Plan, Quartz, Humana, and more. Please visit stoughtonhealth.com for more information. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Need new tires? For a limited time at Zimbrick Honda, you can buy 3 tires and get the 4th for only $1. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Halftime here at Monona Grove High School. I'm Hunter Vaughn. With me, the dancing dean, Dennis Semrau. As the marching band leaves the field, but they were playing one of my favorite songs, "Hot to Go" by Chappell Roan. That's what that song that Pablo and I were dancing to, H-O-T-T-O-G-O.
Well, the band and the Palms tonight. Outstanding for Monona
That's-
Grove. They brought their air game just like the football
Yes,
team did.
They definitely did, and that's the best part of doing these games once the school year has started, because then we get the band on the field, we get the Palms and everything as well. Again, 36-0 our score here at the halftime on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. And Zimbrick Honda's been a part of the Madison community since 1973. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations, one on Fish Hatchery Road and the other on Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda-certified technicians handle it all. Need new tires at Zimbrick Honda? Buy 3 tires and get the 4th for how much, Dennis?
$1.
Yeah, $1. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda. Before we get into some of the stats here at the half, we've got a score that I wanted to give to you, Dennis, because I know you do a lot covering Sauk Prairie, and we heard from one of the Sauk Prairie players for our UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week. Sauk Prairie currently, with 11 seconds left in the first half, is up 27-7 on Beaver Dam. That's a Beaver Dam team that was expected to win the East Central Conference this year, and Sauk Prairie taking it to them in the first half.
Put 40 points on them last year at Beaver Dam. But this year, Sauk Prairie's a different team at home. Last week they got a win at Watertown. A year ago they were 1-4 on the road, so that's their one bugaboo is you gotta be able to get that W. But Jake Buckles, outstanding player, 4th year as a starter in the offensive line, 3rd year as a starter in the defensive line. I know he's a lot of interest from him in the WIC. This guy that can play at the next level, great student athlete, multiple sport guy, was honorable mention all conference in basketball, and he's also in spring sport as well. So I'll tell you, it's a great student athlete. And when I get to do these, the best thing I get to do with high school kids are these profiles. And I go back to the 90s when I was with the Capital Times. Now we do the videos, and Jake was a fun one to go out there. He is. You sit and talk to this guy, and what really impressed me about a lot of these high school students are how mature they are and composed. And he's a leader, and if the team doesn't do well, he lets them know it. And he's got a high standard, and it's a kid that's going to be. He's going to be a great representative of his community down the road. But so congrats to Jake. I was really glad when it came to doing a profile, he was one.
So, Dennis, as we are closing up this halftime here, what are some of the first half stats that stood out to you?
You look at it, Monona Grove 191-77. That's not too bad. But right now, Habeck has got a kickoff return for a touchdown, 7 rushes for 31 and 2 touchdowns, and a tackle for loss. So he's had a pretty good game. But impressive is Jackson Zukowski, the quarterback. 6 of 6, 149 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's 3 for a -1 rushing, but that was a 14-yard sack was in there too. And then the leading receiver, Zach Drayson, 3 catches, 84 yards, and a touchdown. But right now, 4 of 9 passing, interception. 2 turnovers is the difference in DeForest. And MG has touched the ball 5 times and scored 5 times, 4 offensively and 1 in the kickoff return. And you go at halftime, you got to pretend it's 0-0 on the scoreboard, but we got a running clock, so you don't get a lot of time to make it up. But now in the third quarter, if they get it under 35, the clock will go back to normal. But once we hit that fourth quarter, as we know, it doesn't stop for anything other than exchange of injury or timeout.
Yep. This is, again, 36-0 our score at the half. The Monona Grove Silver Eagles up big on the DeForest Norskies as Narco begins to play as the special teams unit for Monona Grove comes out onto the field. Stoughton Health has been providing trusted care close to home, and they are proud to support the student athletes from around the area. From rehab to ortho care, Stoughton Health provides comfort and convenience locally. Visit stoughtonhealth.com to learn more today.
And that's where we're going to be next week. We're going to be in Stoughton for their game against Mount Horror-Barneveld. So tonight, Mount Horror-Barneveld is hosting Watertown, and Stoughton is hosting Kewaskum.
Yeah,
so
that's like we talked about on PrepMania Weekly, which, by the way, new show that we're launching as a part of our PrepMania coverage here on ESPN Madison. The Dean and I, each and every week, you can catch us. We did the show on Wednesday night this past week, going over all of the area games, looking ahead, as well as unveiling our media poll. But we'll be back at it Monday night after the Barry Alvarez show. We'll be back for PrepMania Weekly on Monday night, taking you back through all of the area games so you can catch up on any of those, and we'll get you ready for that game on Friday.
So what do you think? Can we get a DeForest get a kickoff return for a touchdown to open
the
second half? That would be a little
I think a part of the message, if you're Todd Grundle, the first-year head coach for the DeForest Norskies, is, hey, we had 36 points put up on us in this first half. It's possible to put up 36 points in a half. We can do it to them.
They got to take care of the ball. 2 turnovers to none for Monona Grove, and MG is pretty much able to do what they want out there on both sides of the ball.
The kickoff is away to start the second half. The up man takes it again. That's Killer Lane on the return. He'll take it up to the 31 for the Norskies.
And we have the running clock. So
that running clock does begin, yes.
We don't get a lot of time in here. And this is where it's tough, the reserves. You're going to see how long the starters stay out there for Monona Grove. You want to get your reserves some playing time. But if one side of the ball has it, the offense and the defense doesn't get much time out there. This early in the season, you're gonna go to your bench a little bit more toward the later season when you got a running clock.
Yeah,
you want those starters to get out there because they got to used to playing a full game when the playoffs come up.
Lee gets the handoff to start this possession, and he is spun down by Gallagher.
Okay.
So a tackle for a loss. Nick Gallagher on one drive had a sack and an interception for the Silver Eagles, and now he's got a tackle for loss to open up his second half. Dennis, I think we're going to have a hard time picking our Pizza Hut player of the game with the way that the defense is playing and then the offense putting up 36 points in the first half for Monona Grove. Second and long. It's a run up the middle from DeForest.
And Gallagher right there again on the tackle, along with Clay.
He's able to pick up a few yards and make it 3rd and 12. DeForest breaks the huddle. We have a running clock down to 10-10 already.
17 carries, 17 yards. That's the rushing game for DeForest at this point.
And the thing is, it's not like there's even just like one bigger run. It is literally every play is just a yard, maybe 2 for the Norskies. Ziegler looking to throw, has pressure coming, dumps it off to his running back, but he's going to lose yards on that 3rd down pass. He had no one open and just had to try and get rid of the ball. He passed it off to Dalton Lee, who ended up losing 6 or maybe 7 yards.
He said it sounds like a 6-yard loss, so it should be on the 25.
Yeah. It is at the 25, a 6-yard loss. Makes it 4th and 17. Inside 9:30 to go.
7 yards total offense. Be interesting to see if MG can keep them under 100 yards. But again, I really like this defense coming in. They had the most returnees coming back, and their front seven is just outstanding.
Carson McConnell back to return. He's standing at his own 47. A low snap to Stegman. He gets it off, an end-over-end kick, but it's dropped by McConnell. A scrum for the ball, and McConnell is able to get back on the ball, and it'll be a 1st and 10 at the 45.
Was making a fair catch signal, but he got to catch the ball there, and he, I think, just took his eyes off of it, looking at the pressure coming up at him, and that's normal. It's going to happen, but good reaction to go back and fall on it. Don't try to pick it up. Just retain possession.
Plus, that end-over-end kick, too, it can sometimes just take a weird hop, or it doesn't quite land in your hands the way you expect it if you're used to that more spiraling punt. And I think that was part of the issue there for McConnell.
You got to be fearless if you're on a punt return team.
Yeah. Have a bunch of guys running full sprint at you. We have a backup quarterback in. The screen on 1st down is incomplete. Bo Hauge, the senior backup quarterback, getting his first playing time tonight.
He's throwing to Xander Vosberg, 16, also a reserve wide receiver.
That's just the second pass attempt of the season for Hauge. He has yet to get a completion. He's now 0 for 2. Second down and 10. Clock running at 7:40. Hauge has to jump up for a snap. We have a flag, and it'll be a false start on the Silver Eagles.
And that kills clock, too. It just keeps rolling and rolling.
We also have backup running back Jay Ramsey in the game for Monona Grove.
It's time to get your 2s and 3s some reps. You know, they deserve it. You got to get your starters ready in practice, and here's their time to shine. But again, get as much practice, running with the ones.
Handoff to Ramsey on second down. He cuts up field, gets back to where the original line of scrimmage is, and then some. A 7-yard gain for Jay Ramsey.
Look at it, a good cutback there.
Ramsey, a 5'8" junior running back.
5'8", 160 pounds, but it's a little
he's got some wheels, too. 3rd and 8, 6:30 to go in the third quarter.
Okay, we got there's something else going on here. He's clapping.
He was just clapping, I think, for the audible to let the offense know they were going to a different play. A high snap, and then a dropped pass on the screen. That was number 19, Henry Parrott.
Yeah, we're halfway through the third quarter. A turnover here, ready for a punt. Opportunistic MG tonight, been able to turn a fumble recovery and interception to 2 touchdowns, and here with the punter a chance to pin DeForest back inside the red zone.
Halfley will be the one punting. He does the punting and kicking. Had to step over to the side to get that, and it's an end-over-end kick. Takes a Silver Eagle bounce all the way inside the 10, the 5, and it's going to be a touchback.
Oh, just missed it. Oh,
yeah,
that's tough.
Gunner that time, he just couldn't quite keep his momentum out of the end zone.
53 yards on the punt, so we come out 1st and 10 on the 20.
And actually, excuse me, they're marking it at the 1.
Oh, they are? Oh,
I saw the hand wave. I thought that they were calling a touchback.
Oh, excellent. So 52 yards on the punt, down on the 1. Oh, now here's where the defense you want to get a safety or that scoop and score we were talking about earlier.
Well, and one of the keys for Brandon Beckwith and Monona Grove was to execute when your number is called upon. Even if you're a backup, they expect the D-line and the front 7 to still play just as well as what these starters have tonight.
Got 61 Lucas Jordan, 70 Owen Haddon in there right now on the defensive front.
First down from the 1, dancing through some defenders out to the 6.
That
was Gabe Wall, the junior running back, picking up a few yards, showing some nice moves to get through traffic. 5 yards.
77 to Riley Gilbertson. There's a big boy, 6'2", 320 pounds. He's got nose guard written all over him. He's right there trying to plug up the middle.
We're down to 4 minutes to go in the third quarter.
23, Don Maloney, another one. 16, also Vosberg.
And a high snap. That's going to go into the back of the end zone and through the back of the end zone for a safety. Back-to-back weeks, we have safeties on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. 3:50 to go in the third quarter, and it's 38-0 now.
I'm going to give it to 15. Colin Jenkins going to get credit for it.
Colin Jenkins forcing the safety after the high snap.
So the reserves get their first points of the night.
Well, and again, Dennis, I mentioned it, but this was something that Coach Beckwith talked about. You know, these guys still have to execute. Doesn't matter if they're backups; they still have to be the ones to come through.
Here's where you prove your worth, get some playing time. So we end up with a loss there, and again, DeForest still under 100 yards for the game. His clock is down to 3:50. Now we stop it for the exchange of possession.
So the clock does stop at 3:50 to go in the third quarter. Again, for those that maybe aren't familiar, there is a running clock rule in high school football in the state of Wisconsin. Once a team gets to a 35-point or more lead, they started it late in that second quarter, but it typically has been if they have that 35-point lead at halftime, then the running clock starts. If it's in the third quarter and they cut it inside the 35-point lead, then the running clock stops. But once it's the fourth quarter and it is a 35-point or more lead, then you continue the running clock no matter what.
Yeah, MG right now trying to get their second shutout of the year. They shut out Madison LaFolle at 42-0 in the second non-conference game. Bodes well for the defensive unit. Only gave up 13 to Wanakee. And the first week was at Parker. Gave up 7. So
yep,
pretty efficient.
Yeah, especially, I mean, you only give up 14 to Wanakee as the free kick is away. And it bounces at the 30. Somebody's got to fall on it, and they do.
Sliding
it. Jay Ramsey
nice. Good slide
with
there.
A baseball slide. I think that was just a little misjudged, and I think there were about 3 Monona Grove players there who were like, well, one of you could take it, and then no one did, but they were able to slide on that ball to avoid giving the ball back to DeForest.
Start on the 24, it looks like. Yep, 1st and 10.
Yep, 1st and 10 at the 24, 3:50 to go in the third quarter.
And they'll put the ball in the play here and start the clock.
Bo Hauge will be in the gun.
So the two 3 and outs and a safety here, 2 plays. So
Dennis, I do have a Pizza Hut delivery update. Our delivery drivers are at Pizza Hut picking up our Pizza Hut pizzas. So we will have Pizza Hut delivered to our booth. This is, again, Pizza Hut's the official pizza of PrepMania. No one out pizzas the Hut.
That was Ramsey again, 22 on a carry, picking up 3 yards. Good chance to get him some reps out here tonight. He came in with 14 carries, 118 yards, averaging 8.4. So he's had a little bit of playing time on a couple of that second game again. LaFollette blowout.
Ramsey again breaking through some tackles, dancing through the defense, close to a first down. They'll mark him a yard short, but a 6-yard gain from Jay Ramsey.
Yeah, you heard that music at halftime. He wants to start a little dancing of his own out there. And we got an injury down.
Yeah, we do have an injured Norski on the field. That does stop the clock at 2:55 to go.
Pick up of 6 for Ramsey there. So far he's got 3 carries for 16 yards here.
And 2:55 to go in the third quarter. 38-0 our score. The Monona Grove Silver Eagles on top of the DeForest Norskies here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania, and I've been talking about Pizza Hut all night here, Dennis. They're introducing their new handcrafted personal flats pizza. Enjoy bold recipes like Nashville hot chicken, pepperoni duo, 3 cheese, ultimate, and chicken bacon ranch. $5 each all day. Order online at pizzahut.com. Pizza Hut, the official pizza of PrepMania. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
I grew up on the deluxe. As we used to, the deluxe put a little of the peppers on it, a little Parmesan. Ooh.
See, I recently discovered the chili peppers on pizza. I was always like, why would I want to put something spicy on pizza when I was little? I never understood it. But now that I've gotten older, I'm like, oh, well, that slaps, as the kids say.
Well, that's the reverse.
It's fire.
I used to be able to have it. Now it bothers the stomach a little bit. I got to be careful on the spicy stuff, but love the Parmesan.
See, I'm hoping that I don't get to that point anytime soon where I can't have spicy things. I've got to be gluten-free. I'm allergic to nuts, fish, everything else. I need the spicy food, Dennis.
Well, you got to pick your spots. Sometimes you say, it's worth it. I don't care if I got a stomach ache afterwards.
Well,
yeah. But
it's a little more than a stomach
for you. Yeah, it's different for you than it is for me. And we got another carry there, it looks like, for Ramsey.
That's a keeper from Bo Hauge, the quarterback.
He gets his first carry tonight. He came in with 5 rushes for 34 yards. And just picked up nothing on that one, so it's 4th and 1.
4th and 1, the punting unit coming out for Monona Grove.
Yeah, they don't want to. Hey, go for it, 4th and 1. Nah, they want to keep that shutout. They want to get their defensive players back on the field, give them a chance to play.
4th down and 1.
Now they're making the announcements for concession stands. Here's when the discounts come into play. Hey, go get your $1 pizza and $1 hot dogs. Oh, nice pickup there.
And a pickup off of the bounce on that punt from Drinka.
About a 40-yard kick there.
And he maybe got a yard or two falling forward as that ball kind of short-hopped him from where he was standing.
Yeah, we're going to start just shy of the 30. Got 29. Okay.
1st and 10 at the 29. 1:30 and counting in the third quarter. 38-0 our score. Monona Grove got things started with a bang, as Matt LePay would say. 92-yard kickoff return from Tremaine Habeck to get the scoring going with a 8-0 lead as they went for 2 then. Did the Silver Eagles. Habeck answered it again then with a 3-yard touchdown run to make it 15-0. There's a loss on 1st down on that handoff. And then a 14-yard pass to the senior wide receiver, Gavin Williams, to put him up 22-0. That was with 13 seconds left in the first quarter. Then in the second, Habeck got the hat trick, extended the lead to 29. And then a safety coming here in the third quarter to make it 38-0 as well. It's a handoff to Lee, and he is able to burst ahead. A gain of 10. A nice opening, finally, for the offensive line of DeForest. Lee was able to push through on that one and give him a 3rd and 1. We're down to 7 seconds to go in the third quarter. I don't think they're going to be able to get a playoff. Down to 3 seconds now. 2-1, and that does it for the third quarter of action. 38-0 our score. The lone score of the third quarter was a safety from Colin Jenkins of Monona Grove. We'll take a 30-second timeout. When we come back, the final quarter of action from Monona Grove High School here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on ESPN Madison.
Bucky wants a Honda with lots of headroom.
Zimbrick, Fish Hatchery Road.
Something with room for all your friends, right?
These are the people who take good care of you.
It's gotta be red, of course.
Get to know Zimbrick, 'cause you deserve it.
Zimbrick Honda. Hundreds of options. Zero hassle.
Zimbrick, Fish Hatchery Road.
This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. I'm Hunter Vaughn. With me, the Dancing Dean, Dennis Semrau.
The Village People, YMCA, it's the heart of the disco era, I'll tell you.
Ugh, can't stand disco, Dennis. 3rd and 1. Oh. Lee gets another handoff and just lowers his shoulder into a defender and pushes his way forward for a first down.
The third quarter, 7 carries, 1 yard net total for DeForest. Trying to get over 100 yards for the game, and the Silver Eagles say, But first down, and clock keeps going.
1st and 10 now at the 46. Again, a running clock here in the second half. Ziegler, 2-step drop, throws quickly to Brown. Brown tries to dance away from defenders, can't do it, and he is stopped by a pair of Silver Eagles. Still a pickup of 7 yards to Cooper Brown.
First time we called his number tonight.
Well, he had a drop pass earlier, so technically I did call it, but that's his first time getting into the stats sheet. I just want to make sure that I'm being honest to all of our viewers here tonight.
Yeah, there's a pick of a 7.
Hey, I actually called that right, Dennis. Normally I'm just saying 6-7. Lee gets a handoff on 2nd down, lowering his shoulder again, breaking through tackles. Gets it inside the 35.
Another first down.
Only another first down.
That puts
at
him over
36.
Puts him over 100 yards now for the game. 104 total offense for Norskies. But zip on the scoreboard yet. They like to punch one in here.
Yeah, they did turn the ball over on downs at the 5-yard line back in the first quarter. That's where things just kind of went downhill from there for the Norskies. Ziegler sprints out. He's just going to take it himself. Makes a couple of defenders miss and gets dragged down by the towel that he has from hanging behind him.
Yeah.
Able to pick up a couple of yards again. Even with the backup defensive line, and the Silver Eagles D-line has really been able to just wreak havoc against the O-line of the Norskies.
Yeah, a little pride factor going out there. Of course, now you got the ones on the sideline cheering them on. Guys have been busting their butt in practice. Got a couple of minutes out here. Not as much time as they'd like because of the running clock, but any experience is good experience.
Yep, and it helps these guys get their varsity letters as well by getting that playing time. Lee getting another handoff, makes a few defenders miss. He's going to be close to the first down. They're signaling that he does have enough for the first. The 9-yard carry for Lee moves the chains again down to 9 minutes to go. Ziegler will be in the gun. Receiver to each side of the formation. Lee, another carry and more running room. Brings it up to the 20. 6-yard carry for number 27, Lee. Don Malone there on the tackle. And the clock just keeps ticking. Forest would like to at least get themselves on the scoreboard. So they haven't been shut out yet this year. They lost 36-13 to Brookfield Central in week 1 and then 54-21 to Reedsburg in week 2 before they got their first win of the year, and the first win for head coach Todd Grundle with a 48-7 win over Fort Atkinson last week.
Another first down here.
That keeps things moving for the Norskies.
So another thing with the defense here, they come in with 7 turnovers. So now they have 9, 6 interceptions, 3 fumble recoveries. So averaging 3 turnovers a game. Almost with just over 2 turnovers a game. That's pretty good this time of year.
Lee on the handoff to the outside, cuts upfield, close to that first down marker again. They'll give him the gain of 11. And it's another first down for DeForest. So Dalton Lee getting some running room against the twos of Monona Grove.
First and goal at the 5.
Dalton Lee did have a 33-yard touchdown reception on the year, has yet to record a rushing touchdown for the Norskies. He'd like to get himself in the end zone, get his first rushing touchdown on the season.
He's picked up most of the carries on this drive.
And it is another handoff to Lee. He lowers into a pile of defenders. Gains 3 yards to the 2. Second and goal at the 2 now. .6:30 remaining in the game as we've had a running clock the entire second half. Ziegler handing it off to Lee, and Lee gets into the end zone for a DeForest touchdown. From 2 yards out, Dalton Lee gets the first score of the night for the DeForest Norskies.
He had 10 carries, 68 yards on that one, so he gets some positive yardage and breaks the shutout. But it will not change the running clock because we're in the fourth quarter.
Oh, DeForest, a little bit of confusion. I think they were waiting for their kicker to come running out there. And comes sprinting out.
Emmett Stegman.
Yep, Stegman. Late to get out there. A low snap. Now confusion. And the holder just trying to dance around, and he's able to run it into the end zone for a 2-point conversion. That was number 89 running it in for the Norskies.
Yeah. Killer Lane, true Killer Lane.
So Killer Lane gets the 2-point conversion. 38-8 our score. 6:16 remaining in the game, with the Monona Grove Silver Eagles on top of the DeForest Norskies here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. So Dennis, kind of looking ahead for the Monona Grove Silver Eagles, they'll come away with the win here tonight. Then they go on the road to a really good Milton team. And never mind, Dennis, because our Pizza Hut is here.
All right.
So we get a special delivery of our Pizza Hut pizzas. Again, Pizza Hut, the official pizza of PrepMania. So we have 2 options for you, Dennis, as I have a gluten-free pepperoni pizza. So, Dennis. The team taking their pictures. So you can go with a pepperoni pizza. Or, as I try to change these and hopefully don't drop them, I'm going to make Pablo hold this. Or also a pepperoni pizza. So you can go pepperoni or pepperoni.
Pepperoni.
All right. Have yourself a slice.
Okay. Are they going to have one too? Come on. Come on. Ladies,
yeah, our delivery drivers need to take a slice of this pizza. We have 2 pizzas. Yeah, I know. That's mine, but you can take a slice of pizza.
Very good, thank you. Any napkins? Oops. Ooh, awesome. Very good pizza.
Great pizza from Pizza Hut. Had to get a bite in before we return to action.
And it's hot, too. Hey,
yeah, nice, fresh, hot. That's what it always is from Pizza Hut, Dennis. Fresh and hot pizza every time. I told you we'd get our pizza delivered. They just brought it with 6 minutes left in the entire
our
game.
teammates going to be delivering it, though. Thank you, ladies. Very nice.
Yes, thank you to our teammates Lainey, Carly, and Holly for delivering the pizza to the booth here this evening. We have 5:38 to go in this game. Ramsey breaking through some tackles. He's going to pick up 14 yards on first down. For another 1st and 10 for the Silver Eagles, Jay Ramsey with the carry. Because again, the twos have been in for the fourth quarter here, and well, really the second half for the Silver Eagles. A first down and another handoff for Ramsey. Ramsey dancing around and stumbles ahead. There's a DeForest player coming away with the ball, but I think they're going to say Ramsey was down by contact. So they will rule him down.
Yep. So what we got here. Another nice pickup.
So it's a 5-yard gain on first down to Ramsey. 4:30 remaining in the game with the running clock here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. Second down and 5. Bo Hauge in at quarterback. Gives it again to Ramsey. Ramsey cutting upfield. And another great run for the backup running back, Jay Ramsey.
You thank the starters for giving him some playing time there. He was able to pick up 8 on that play. Another first down. Just keep the clock running. They'd like to down there maybe punch one in or at least just run clock out so the defense doesn't have to go back out there.
Yeah, we're inside 4 minutes to go. It's a 1st and 10 at the 44.
And keep it.
Hauge's
nice pressure.
trying to keep it. There's pressure coming. We have a flag, though, and Hauge's spun down.
Got to be a hold.
Lose 5 on that one. It looks like this might be a holding penalty that's going to go against the Silver Eagles. It is.
Yep, didn't waste any time on that one. That flag came out pretty quick.
You can usually tell that it's going to be a holding penalty when the flag comes from
we're
an official behind the play.
Over under 4 plays left. What do you think? We get 4 more in here.
We've got 3 minutes left. Well, I mean, they still have the play clock though on it, so I think that's going to be. I think we're going to go 5, maybe 6 plays.
So you're going over.
Yep.
Okay. Incomplete.
There's an incomplete pass. Wanted to get his receiver, number 14, out there on the flat.
Was that Tekpoyo? Isaiah?
It was.
No.
Third and 14. 2:30 to go. The second play since we were at that 3-minute mark, and Ramsey is met at the line of scrimmage. For no gain. It is 4th down now. We come down to 2 minutes. And a 4th down and 13. The offense staying out there for the Silver Eagles. Hauge claps his hands, now looks over to the sideline to change the play with 1:40 to go in the game. Up by 30, 38-8. He'll change the play again. And he'll change the play yet again. Doesn't like the look still. It's like a pitcher shaking off the catcher. And one more for good measure, and now the delay of game.
Oh, no, delay. Okay.
So they were really just doing the back it up, give the punter a little bit more room strategy there. See if maybe somebody jumps offside.
I need a couple of those.
You're being told you need to get another bite of your Pizza Hut pizza, Dennis. We're inside 1 minute to go. Now, Hafley will have to pump this off as we're down to 40 seconds. Low snap. Hafley gets it off. End over end kick and a fair catch at the 15. Down to 30 seconds and counting.
That might be it. I don't know if we're going to get another play off here.
Yeah, I mean, the offense is jogging out there, but
We're like, forget it, guys. Just line up. It's over. 15, 14, 13. And they're
Yeah.
starting to line up. Here we go.
Yep, and they are starting to line up. So, Dennis, you asked me how many plays, and it was 4 plays. And you said, I think maybe 4 plays. So moral of the story is I need to listen to the dean when he says things. 38-8, our final score here from Monona Grove High School. The Silver Eagles getting a big victory, bouncing back after that overtime loss to Wanakee as they take down the DeForest Norskies. Monona Grove improves to 3-1 on the year, and the DeForest Norskies fall to 1-3 on the season. We'll take a short break while the dean adds up the stats for the game and eat some more Pizza Hut pizza. Plus, we'll name our Pizza Hut pizza player of the game when we come back here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on ESPN Madison.
Is your home ready for a makeover? At Wanakee Remodeling, we specialize in exterior transformations that turn heads. New siding, flawless decks, and windows that shine. Our team delivers top quality craftsmanship with unbeatable warranties, ensuring your home stands strong and stunning for years to come. Call Wanakee Remodeling today at 608-442-0034 or visit WanakeeRemodeling.com. Schedule your free estimate and let us bring your vision to life. Wanakee Remodeling, building beauty that lasts.
In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you how to save money and save the planet. It's simple. Ditch your energy bill and make the switch over to Everlight Solar. While electricity prices keep rising, Everlight Solar will give you the chance to take ownership of your power while also reducing your carbon footprint. As a local company based out of Madison, they'll be there with you every step of the way as you make the switch to solar. To learn more about how you can save money and save the planet, go to everlightsolar.com.
The team at Midwest Financial Group are values-based financial specialists that offer full-service financial solutions. This local independent firm has been dedicated to helping people achieve their financial, tax, and insurance goals for over 30 years. Visit mfgteam.com to learn more about how they can help set up your future for financial success. Advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, a registered investment advisor.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know it's not just a car, it also drives your children's dreams. So whether you're going to soccer practice, robotics club, or opening night in the school play, we help protect those dreams. Save up to 23% when you bundle auto and home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
We shopped at Chalmers because my husband wanted to get me a larger diamond in my engagement ring.
The folks at Chalmers said, well, you know, we could just make it like this and we could do these things. Really just basically decided that there wasn't any place else we wanted to shop.
But not only did they create this new engagement ring for me with this gorgeous center stone, they also rehabbed this other ring, and I am beyond pleased.
Her favorite thing to do now is to walk around and show her hands and have people comment on it.
Sharon needed legal help. She needed Gruber Law Offices.
When I think about Gruber Law Office, I think about how they took care of me, how they make sure that you get what you're supposed to get. Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all. I will always trust one call, that's all.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
They are the best. I'm very happy.
Come see what the buzz is all about at Madison Axe, Madison's state-of-the-art entertainment spot. Enjoy 8 lanes of axe throwing, interactive games, plus digital target projection and scoring. For even more fun, check out their indoor backyard with 2,000 square feet of shuffleboard, cornhole, yard games, bar table games, and more. Perfect for date night, groups, corporate meetings, or private events. Madison Axe is your destination for all things fun. Throw it, nail it, celebrate. Go to MadisonAxe.com or head to their location on Stoughton Road today.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Need new tires? For a limited time at Zimbrick Honda, you can buy 3 tires and get the 4th for only $1. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Our final score here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. I'm Hunter Vaughn. With me, the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Semrau, as the Monona Grove Silver Eagles improve to 3-1 on the season. As Stoughton Health has been providing trusted care close to home, and they're proud to support the student athletes from around the area. From rehab to ortho care, Stoughton Health provides comfort and convenience locally. Visit stoughtonhealth.com to learn more today. So, Dennis, let's take us through some of the final stats of the game.
Well, the starters for MG just played the first half, so ends up Zukowski was 6 of 6, quarterback, 149 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Zach Drayson, 3 catches, 84 yards, and a touchdown. And then we had Habeck. Are we going to save him?
Yeah, we'll save him.
We should know what's coming up. So basically, it wasn't until the last drive for DeForest. They ended up with a 10-play, 68-yard drive. That match, they had 77 yards in the first half. And coming into that drive, they were at 7 plays for 1 yard. So ended up with 69 yards in the second half, 77 in the first. But this was from the opening kickoff return for a touchdown by Tremaine Habeck. It was all Monona Grove tonight.
Yeah, and that's one of those things, we talked about it a little bit in the first half, but you can just tell sometimes where a football game, it just gets out of hand really quickly, and it just kind of snowballs on you, and the next thing you know, you're down. In this case, the next thing you know, you've had an opening kickoff and 1 drive by your opponent, and you're down 2 scores already. So that's just
And like you said earlier, just like the Lake Mills Lakeside Lutheran game we had week 1, where you got to stand and then come down and score, and then you take advantage of a couple of turnovers in short fields. You know, they had the kickoff was a 12-second drive. Then you had, after a fumble, you had another short drive, and then another short drive, 8 and 5 seconds. And, that's just all of a sudden you keep looking up, and before you know it, it's a running clock. And DeForest actually won the second half, 8-2. But when you're down by 36 at halftime, that's just I don't know, what do you want to call it, a moral victory or something. But, hey, come out and put some points on the board, get something going there. That's what they needed to do, and take a look at the film and then just move on to next week.
Yeah, and it's one of those things you can, like the cliche is, put something positive on the tape. You can show something there for the coaches, especially for those backup guys that were getting some carries and some playing time, even for DeForest there. You can show something good that you can kind of build off of as a team. Again, 38-8 the final score. The Monona Grove Silver Eagles getting the win over the DeForest Norskies. Dennis, I think it's time for us to name our Pizza Hut player of the game, as we have some Pizza Hut here delivered to our booth.
One outperformed this player tonight. The player of the game is presented by Pizza Hut, the official pizza of PrepMania. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
And Dennis, I feel like it's got to be the guy that took it to the house to begin the game.
Yeah, Tremaine Habeck, 92-yard kickoff return, ends up with a 2-yard run for a score, and another 2-yard run for a score. So we had 7 carries, 31 yards, 2 touchdowns. The kickoff return, which just set the tone, and then he came up with a massive tackle for loss there in the first half from the defensive side. And again, you have to give some credit to that defensive line, really forcing some great plays there. Got to mention again Nick Gallagher. He ran up with a sack, and he had an interception. You know, D'Angelo Clay, D'Lo Clay, was it Robbie Olson, Colin Abowitz, Mason maybe, Andre Olson, and Logan Dunker's good. That front seven is as good as you're going to find. Secondary wasn't slouches either. Carson McConnell, Mekhi Fowler, Henry Hogan, who ended up with a nice play there, and also Luke Schwab. So that defense, the kickoff return and the defense really set the tone. And you got a sophomore quarterback. You know, he's been able to work his way through. And Zukowski now 7 touchdowns, no interceptions through 4 games as a first-year starter. He's got a promising future here. But again, you got defense and special teams. You can win those 2 phases, and then offense is consistent, no turnovers. You're going to end up with a running clock like this.
Yeah, you definitely will. Again, Tremaine Habeck, our Pizza Hut player of the game. Pizza Hut is introducing new handcrafted personal flats pizzas. Enjoy bold recipes like Nashville Hot Chicken, Pepperoni Duo, 3 Cheese Ultimate, and Chicken Bacon Ranch. $5 each all day. Order online at pizzahut.com. Pizza Hut, the official pizza of PrepMania. No one out-pizzas the Hut. Dennis, some final thoughts on this game before we wrap things up?
Well, both teams 1-1 in the conference, and you look ahead to next week and what's on the schedule. For Monona Grove, they're going to be at Milton. Now, there's another good test. Milton had started out. We don't have a score on them yet, but they started out 3-0 this season. And then for the Norskies, doesn't get any easier. They've got to play Oregon.
Definitely, as I'm just trying to look quickly here to get another area or another score here. Sauk Prairie currently up 33-14 in the third quarter with 3 minutes left in the third quarter of that game on the Beaver Dam Golden Beavers. So if you stuck around for us and you want to watch some other area sports, I highly recommend the job that the team up at Daily Dodge, one of our sister stations in 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, home of the Golden Beavers, they do an excellent job up there, Ninja and the team, on their video production. So highly recommend you head on over to us. I wish we could do like Fox and CBS does, where this game gets done early, okay, we can send you off to that broadcast. But just go to Daily Dodge TV on YouTube, and you can watch that game as against Sauk Prairie up big on Beaver Dam. For the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Semrau, I'm Hunter Vaughn. I want to say a huge thank you to our video producer, Pablo Iglesias, for making things look great on our YouTube channel, as well as a big thank you to Lainey, Holly, and Carly, our teammates, delivering Pizza Hut to the booth this evening for us. This has been Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania, and Zimbrick Honda has been a proud part of the Madison community since 1973. They are your one-stop shop for over 250 new Hondas to choose from, whether you're looking for a sedan, SUV, or truck. Their selection of new vehicles is second to none. Browse their car selection online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda. That does it for the Dean and I. Dennis will be back next week with Riley Yauk for for Stoughton and Mount Horeb Barneveld. Edgewood we get a little bit later against Stoughton on our PrepMania broadcast. So that'll be Stoughton and Mount Horeb Barneveld in Stoughton coming up next Friday night. Again, thank you for tuning in, and the final score again, Monona Grove 38, DeForest 8, here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on ESPN Madison.